Happy Sunday, everybody! I am doing some meal prepping, so I thought I would share with you live. I did a post a couple weeks ago about meal prepping, and this week we're doing last week and then the next 2 weeks we're doing the 21-day fix. So if you checked out my weekly menu, then you saw that I have both versions. I like to hang this version onto my fridge. I don't know why I like it better, but just kind of spells out all the breakfast, snacks, lunch, and dinner. And then I also added to the weekly menu the 21-day fix checklist. So you can see the checklist here. It shows all your container colors, and then the chart of what is your meal, so that you could see if you're getting all your greens, purples, reds, and yellows in. One thing that I really learned with the 21-day fix is that I do not eat enough vegetables. The vegetables are probably what is the hardest part for me, so I always try to sneak those in and make sure that I tally them, so that's why I like to use the sheet so that I can tally them up and make sure that I've got enough vegetables on my meal plan. I think it really is important when you're doing fitness programs like the 21-day fix or T25, P90X, any of those programs, to actually make sure that you're still eating. Some of the guides, like I've got out my P90X, it's going to be for one of my recipes, meal planner here, and if you look at the recipes they have laid out, it's a lot of food, and you think, oh gosh, I can't eat all that. But when you're exercising, you do need to eat a lot of food. So I always hate when I hear people say, oh, I need to lose weight, I'm just not going to eat. No, that's not the way it works. You have to eat so that you can fuel your body, so you can do the workouts and get your metabolism going. All right, so I figured I was going to do a couple days worth of meal prepping for me. It always makes it easier when I'm on, if you read my post about meal prepping, it makes it easier for me whenever I am on any sort of program or trying to kind of control and watch what I eat, to have it already boxed up and ready to go. Otherwise, I tend to just go grab the not so healthy, easy to grab snacks and things like that. So I like to use my containers kind of more for measurement, and then I've got some other containers over there that I'll actually put the food in, line it all up, and so in the morning I bag it up for my husband and he can take it to go to work, and then I have it for myself. Since I mostly work from home, I can just come to the fridge, grab my food, and look forward to what I get to eat next, instead of trying to dread, like, oh no, I don't get to eat anything, because on these plans you do, you get to eat a lot. Alright, so I just like to kind of go down the list. I've kind of got everything out ready, so you don't have to try to watch me run around the kitchen and try to find everything. So I've kind of got everything laid out, and I just like to go down the list and kind of prepare things as they come. So sit right in. Feel free to ask me any questions as we go along, and I'll try to answer them as we meal prep together. Alright. So the first thing on the list, I'm going to go ahead and skip to Monday, is the strawberry Shakeology with V8 Energy. So I make our Shakeology every morning in our NutriBullet. So I'm not going to pre-prep that. But if you're wondering what the V8 Energy is, this is the V8 Energy. It's just got green tea in it for a little energy there. It tastes really great mixed in with all the different flavors, like the vanilla, green berry, and strawberry Shakeology. So it's also good for a little pick-me-up during the afternoon, so I've got that going too. So I'm not going to make that, because I will do that in the morning. So I'm going to skip down to the next as yogurt and grapes and granola for snacks. I'm going to run over to the fridge and grab our yogurt. I started getting these little Yoplait that come in the little packs, so they're easy to pack for snacks. So I'm going to set one out for me and one out for my husband. And then grapes, so grapes are going to be a purple. If you're following the tally planner, the grapes are going to be a purple. And whenever I buy my grapes, I just like to bring them home, wash them off, and then put them in a bowl so we can kind of snack on them. Blake can reach in and grab some, and then They're easy to grab and eat and snack on, and they're also easy to meal prep. So I'm going to use my purple container to measure my grapes, and then I'm going to put them in one of my other Ziploc containers. So these little Ziploc containers are about the same size as the kind of purple container, so it's easy to just measure it and put it in. Stack that on top of there. Measure another set. My husband really likes when we're following our meal plans and sticking with the diet. He read my meal prepping, not meal prepping, my menu planning post. You can see what on the diet meal planning is. And then granola. Granola is going to be a yellow. Yellows are probably my favorite. I found this Love Crunch granola. Both Kroger and H-E-B has it. It's really good. It's got pecans, green apples, chia, and cinnamon in it. It's really good. We've enjoyed it a lot. Measure that. I like to use a Ziploc baggie for the granola, so I'm going to grab one of those. Alright, so I've got measured out my first thing of granola. And that would be Blake. Oh, Blake, say hi. Yeah. The boys are out in the pool playing while I'm in here meal prepping. It's okay because I was out in the pool playing yesterday. So I don't think that ever gets any quieter. I've really been wanting to take the blinds off of the back door. I've seen a lot of people that don't have blinds on their back door, and I feel like I don't need to have blinds on my back door. Alright, so our first snack is set up. We got our granola, our grapes, and our yogurt. And so I'll just stick that in the fridge, and then tomorrow I'll grab it out to pack it. And next down on my list is a sandwich and fruit. Tomorrow is Chad's birthday. We're going out to eat tonight for Chad's birthday, so that's why we're going out. If you looked on the menu, so he'll probably go out for lunch, and so I'll probably just make myself a sandwich or have some leftovers. So nothing to do there, really. And then an apple, almonds, and peanut butter is the snack. I like these little pre-cut apple slices because it doesn't sound like it would take a lot of time to cut up an apple, but when you're busy and you're trying to get stuff done, I find that I don't want to take the time to cut up an apple, so I will grab something that's like a bag of chips and ready to go. So I like to buy these little, these are from H-E-B. They have another set that are at Kroger too. These already sliced up apples ready to go, and then they don't brown. I think they put some sort of like citric acid or something on there. Vitamin C added to maintain color. So organic apples and vitamin C, you can't feel bad about that. So I like to grab these to go. And then I'm going to grab my little containers and put peanut butter in them. And peanut butter on the 21-day fix is a spoon. So I'm going to do some spoonfuls of peanut butter. I like to buy the simple, like just the ingredients that are just peanuts. That's it. No palm oil or any of that. So 2 spoonfuls for snack. There's 1. And there's 2. And even though our son Blake is mildly allergic to peanuts, we still eat peanuts and peanut butter in our house. If he was severely allergic, I'm sure that would be a totally different story, but he only has a mild peanut allergy. I hope one day that he'll get over the peanut allergy, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and look, since I have the peanut butter out and since it's making a mess on my fingers, if there's any other days that we're having peanut butter so that I can go ahead and do that. I've got some PB&Js on here. I really like to prep like 3 or 4 days worth of food because I feel like I've always heard that food only lasts for about 4 days. So after you cook it, so I don't ever like to do, I don't understand how people like cook on Sunday and then eat it until Saturday because I don't feel like it would be good anymore. But maybe, I probably just don't know. But to me, I just like to do a couple days. So today I'm really only going down to Wednesday. I'm just doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I do see there's 1, 2, there's 2 PB&Js. So since I have the peanut butter out, I'll just go ahead and do that. And since it's all over my fingers already. So do you guys make, any sort of meal plans or follow any sort of meal plans? Can you handle it? I can't see the things that are coming up on the screen. I'll have to with my iPad because I can't see if what's going on. Alright, so I'm going to get out my bread. How many peanut butter jelly sandwiches? These are a great little snack because I like that they have carbs because I enjoy carbs very much so. Carbs are probably one of the biggest things. One good thing about the 21-day fix is you can have wine on the 21-day fix. One bad thing about that is you have to take away a yellow, which is a carb. So I'd rather have carbs than wine. I know, crazy, but I like them a lot. All right, so I've got on the menu. So you can find the menu that I'm looking at. It's on my, if you go to the home page under weekly menus, it's listed up there. You can print it out. You can make changes. I always like to add in our schedule so I know if there's days that we're going to be eating out or if there's days that we need to do something special. I like to have that all written down so I can plan my menu accordingly. So I've got 1, 2 PB&Js, so that means 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody watching the Olympics today? You tried to watch the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, but it was a little boring. Blake was not into it. Some bread and my peanut butter. This is nice to get done ahead of time, especially with school coming up. Easy to just grab and go. I don't know about you, but mornings are hectic around here. I'm not a morning person. I do try to get up a little bit earlier so that I can get more done and not have to rush through the morning. But I have to talk myself out of bed every morning. It's really pathetic. Okay. Alright, I have peanut buttered everybody. I can do that again. Now we can jelly everybody. I usually use grape jelly, but I'm out, so I ended up with some red raspberry preserves that I used when I made, for bunko and for my sister's shower, which you can also find details about on the blog. We made some fruit salsa, and it was so good. And it had this red raspberry preserves on it. It's so good. Again, just simple fruit, and that's it. I don't like things with a lot of extras in them. I think food should be simple. Alright, I'm going to run and get some baggies for those, and that'll be done. Alright, so now we've got another section of snacks done. And I'll just stick these in the fridge. They are a great snack. Stack them up over here. See? So we've got a couple people watching. If you want to comment where you're watching from and what you've got on the menu this week. And our last one. Alright, so what's going to be up next? We did our apples. Oh, we didn't ever put the almonds in. Boom. So, I'm going to put the almonds in with the granola. No, almonds are their separate thing. So I'm going to give that some almonds. So the bad thing about meal prepping everything all at once is that it's a little messy. The good thing is it's just one mess and then you clean it all up. And you don't have the mess for the rest of the week, so that's nice. So I'm done with peanut butter now. Close it up. We like to store ours upside down so all the oil kind of goes to the bottom, and then when you flip it over, it's easier to get out. And then I made my sandwiches on top of a napkin so I can just wipe that away. Got a bag stuck to me. Okay, so I was going to put some almonds in a bag. If I was to get out my 21-day fix, I think almonds count as a blue. I think you get about 10 or so. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to measure some. We don't really have anything coming up that we're getting ready for. Whenever we have an event or a vacation or something that's coming up, that's when we usually get really serious about kind of watching everything that we eat. But 21-day fix is a really great way just to kind of get back on track, and also evaluate how you're eating. Like I mentioned earlier, I realized that I eat way too many carbs and I don't eat enough vegetables. So that was a good thing to learn. All right, so what's next? We did our apples, almonds. Okay, so I told you tomorrow is my husband's birthday, and I asked him, sweetheart, what would you like for your birthday dinner? You can have anything you want. He chose chef salad. So, not what I would have picked, but that's okay, it's his birthday. So, I'm going with the chef salad from the P90X. food planning, nutrition plan. It's very simple to make. I think a lot of the recipes from like the P90X, T25, they're kind of made with the men cooking in mind. So they're simple, easy to put together, easy to do. Did I bring over, I'm gonna get my containers to put my salad in. So I'm going to go ahead, I am going to package this up except for the avocado. I'm going to save the avocado for later. So I'm going to go wash my salad and grab my bowls to put that in. So whenever you're meal prepping, one of the things you'll notice that you'll need a lot of is Tupperware containers. I know my sister likes to use like the glass ones. I'm fine with just the plastic ones. They work for me. So for the chef salad, the first thing I'm going to do is the 2 cups of romaine lettuce. And so if you're following the 21-day fix and you're into measuring, the green is going to be your vegetables, so you can kind of pack it all in there. I think for the for the chef salad, I gave myself an extra check for vegetables. You can kind of double up on the vegetables with this recipe. So we make one for me and one for Chad. And since Blake doesn't really like lettuce that much, we usually have him eat whatever we're eating. But since I know it's kind of hard to get a 7-year-old to eat salad, although he has every once in a while eaten salad. And if you tell him something will make him grow, he'll eat it. And pretend like you don't want him to grow. That works too, that reverse psychology. So so on the night that we eat the salad, I'll probably make him something with the ingredients. Maybe, he really likes cucumbers, and we've had cucumbers out the wazoo from the garden, which has been great. So I might cut him up some cucumbers, and then with some ham and cheese and something like that. A lot of times for kids eating, they don't like to eat things that are kind of mixed together. They would rather, they don't like casseroles and things like that aren't that great for kids. So what I'll do is it'll be the same ingredients, but I'll just kind of separate them out so that you can kind of see each thing that you're eating and they're not meshed together. We've been pretty lucky for the most part because Blake eats pretty much anything. There are a couple of things that he's picky about, but for the most part, he'll eat anything we put in front of him. Alright, so we got my lettuce cut up. The next thing I'm going to add in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut all my vegetables first, and then I'll cut up the meat. I like to use separate cutting boards for my vegetables and my meat. So let me go grab that. Alright, so tomatoes are the next thing. And I like to use a serrated knife to cut my tomatoes so it doesn't squash them. I don't want to cut them. Got these nice knives from Cutco, some that we knew was selling them. Those in the middle. Alright, so this recipe just calls for half a tomato, so I'm going to do half a tomato on each. I can save this one for later. Board for the meat. Like I said, I like to do all the veggies first and then move to the meats. So I got this, I like the thicker meats. I got this carving carving board meat from the deli section. So if you're doing 21-day fix, red is going to be your meat. So you can measure your meats in there. And Chad gets a little more meat than I do. So I'm going to cut this out. And recycle them. Like I said, I'm not being too precise right now. And after a couple times, this is probably our 4th or 5th time doing 21-day fix, you can kind of eyeball things and know what you should be doing. Give them that extra. Don't like a lot of meat. That there. And then the carving board ham. It's never easy to open these packages. Alright, so same thing, just going to cut up my ham. Smells good. Take bite-sized pieces. One more. And that. Again, if you were following 21-day fix for the first time, you probably want to measure out your meat so you know that you're getting the right amount. Alright, and then 3 ounces of cheese. So for 21-day fix, cheese goes in blue. And I had the hardest time. So for me, following these plans, like the P90X, it was like, eat this, eat this, eat this. Like, here are the recipes. Like, it's easier for me to follow just recipes. And with the 21-day fix, it's more of, hey, eat a meat, eat a this, eat a that, eat some vegetables. And it was hard for me to figure out at first. But, so one of the things that I learned would be like, okay, well, I'm putting cheese on this. That means I'm using up the blue, so now I can't have any more blue. But one of the things that I learned, and in looking at recipes on Pinterest, which you can find a lot, and I've saved a lot to my board, you can just use half the container. So just because something has cheese doesn't mean it has to fill up a whole blue container. You can just use half the container for your cheese. Alright, so I did my turkey, my ham, my cheese, tomato, lettuce. Okay, it has an avocado in it, but I'm going to wait, because avocado, I have the worst luck with avocado, first of all. But I'm going to wait to do the avocado because it'll turn brown and look yucky, even though it's still fine to eat. It just doesn't look as appealing. So I'm going to cut that up tomorrow when we eat. And then the last thing is the hearts of palm. I'm not even really sure what hearts of palm are. It's come in salad cuts. But they taste great in the salad, and they kind of give it some texture. So I'm just going to put some of those in there. Hearts of palm. I didn't cut up very well. Kind of smell like artichoke hearts. Alright, so now we've got our salad for tomorrow. The birthday dinner is finished. And then the P90X recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of low-fat ranch dressing, which I have purchased. So we can just drizzle that on since we'll be eating it at home tomorrow. We'll just do that whenever it's time for dinner. Like I mentioned, we'll kind of deconstruct some of this for Blake to eat. He likes to dip, like some of the cucumbers, I can cut them up. He'll dip them in ranch, or some of the carrots. He likes to dip those in ranch too. Alright, so that's my chef salad. I got the book a little wet, so now I can close that. This morning I made the P90X oatmeal pancakes for Chad's birthday breakfast. He enjoys those a lot. Okay, that goes over there. I like to wash my hands a lot. Okay, so the next thing on the list So Tuesday we're going to have chocolate Shakeology with peanut butter and banana. Delicious. It's probably my favorite way to make Shakeology is with peanut butter and banana. If you've tried Shakeology but you did not make it with peanut butter and banana, you are missing out. You should try it that way. Okay, so like I said, I'll make that in the morning. I need to make 2 chef salads because we always have leftovers. Why didn't I know that? Okay. So let's make the second chef salad. If I had read ahead at all in my menu, I would have noticed that I needed to make one for the next day. We usually like to have leftovers, just makes it easier. You can make one meal and then you can have the rest for the next day. Cut down on your meal prep and use up those leftovers and not waste food. So I'm just going to quickly make a second chef salad for lunch the next day. And since that one will be going to work, Chad really, I'll make his container of ranch dressing, so he'll have that to go to work with. All right, lettuce is cut up. Lettuce. We need to cut our tomato that we already washed. Off the top. And slice it. These Cutco knives are really good. And then the next part is our meat. Vegetables. Meat into some bite-sized pieces. Alright, have the meat. Boys are playing basketball. Oh, Chad's heading in. You heading in, honey? Yep. Are you looking at my mess? Yeah. Good thing is I cook and you clean, right? Nope. Yes, that's the rule. I cook, you clean. I'm making your birthday, this is the leftovers for lunch. Your birthday dinner. Are you recording this now? You're live on Facebook right now. Yes. Is it hot out? Yes. Cheese. Cheese. Huh, and Blake's in too. No one did. Everybody's in. And the cat's thinking I'm going to give him some food, but I'm not. Okay. The cat's right here trying to get some food. And then I'll put the avocado, more hearts.
Mom, can I say you're a cat?
You can. You're on Facebook Live right now. You can say whatever you want.
Do those.
I know. Some more hearts of palm. I'm assuming hearts of palm are just like from the palm plant. That's my guess. Like a palm tree. I don't know. That's what they look like. Okay. And then we'll cap these off. All right. Done. And done. All right. The next thing, we already did our PB&J. So the next thing is the turkey taco lettuce wraps. And the turkey taco lettuce wraps are, I found them on Pinterest. So you can go to my Pinterest board, what's working here under food, And you can find the turkey taco lettuce wraps. There's Blake saying hi, doing a dance. And you can find those there. I don't follow the recipe exactly, so all I'm going to do is brown some meat for that. And then tomorrow night or Tuesday night for dinner, I'll just pull the lettuce leaves out and use those. And then we just add some cheese and some salsa. So the only thing I'm going to prep with those is the meat. So I bought, and we're doing the turkey taco. So I've got my Genio ground turkey, and I'm going to use that. And so I'm just going to get it kind of going in the background while we make something else. Just going to brown that, and then I'll just set it aside. Ooh, I'll probably add some spices to it. Sprinkle some chili powder on it to make it more taco-like. I swear, I keep putting things over here because this is our recycle pile. I don't know about you guys, but ever since we started recycling, I feel like we have more recycling than we do anything else, than we do trash. If we miss recycling day, it's a panic. Oh my. Wash my hands now. Catch things on fire. I'm just going to kind of break this up as it browns. Let it do its thing while we go on to the next thing. So on Wednesday we'll have the vanilla Shakeology with the V8. Again, love my V8 energy. I've realized that I'm kind of caffeine sensitive, so I can only have a little bit of caffeine. So I'll drink I'll put only half of this in. So I will put in like some water, ice, and then half of V8 energy, and then save the other half for the afternoon. It's good. Okay, so we already did our PB&J and fruit, so I probably need to put together some more grapes. I'm going to put together some grapes to go with our PB&J. Again, if you're doing 21 Day Fix, the purple container is going to be your fruit measurement. These little containers, Ziploc containers that you can just find at the store, are about the same amount, so hold the same amount. So I don't really measure them anymore. You saw yesterday I introduced Blake to cotton candy grapes for the first time. This was the first time that I had them too. I'd heard about them, and they really do smell and taste like cotton candy. These are not cotton candy grapes, these are just regular ones. They're a little pricey, but they are fun. Okay, so then Wednesday we'll have leftovers of the turkey taco lettuce wraps. And then yogurt, almond, and berries. Okay, and then lasagna soup. So the last thing that I'm going to make, I'm going to brown that meat for the turkey taco lettuce wraps. And then I'm going to put everything in the crock pot for the lasagna soup. The lasagna soup is on my Pinterest board as well. I found it on Pinterest, and you can find it, you can go and check out the recipe as well there. You can see on the menu I added spinach to it, because remember I have a hard time checking off my green boxes for my 21 Day Fix, my vegetables. So, and I actually forgot to buy the spinach at the store, so I made myself a little sticky note, and I'll take it with me when I go out. Blake has Vacation Bible School this week, so when we're out one day, I will go and pick up some spinach so that I can just throw it in the crock pot, and it can cook along and help me get my daily green fix for the 21 Day Fix. So if you go into Pinterest, I'm What's Working Here, and you can find my Pinterest board, and then the food section is where you will find the recipes that I'm making. Okay. I love using the Crock-pot. It is so easy. It's so nice, especially the days I don't go in the office very often, but when I do, it's nice to be able to come home and dinner smells wonderful and it's already made and I don't have to do anything. I'm going to stir up our turkey back here. Okay, so sorry, I was stirring up the turkey back there, and we're going to get started on this, and I pulled up the recipe. And this recipe for the Crock-pot lasagna soup is from Family Fresh Meals. You can find them online. It's delicious. We've had it multiple times. I love it. So basically, I'm going to put my pound of meat into my Crock-pot, and you don't have to cook it before. She does mention that you can also make the recipe vegetarian and use like vegetarian crumble or something. Not vegetarian, so I'm going to go ahead and have it with the meat. You could also use like ground chicken or ground turkey if you wanted to. Just going to put that in there. The next ingredient is going to be 3 cups of broth. Can of tomatoes and the tomato paste. Mix that together. This recipe has a lot of canned goods in it, which is nice because if you're like me and you don't actually make the recipe the week you're supposed to have it, you can always flip it to the next week and none of your produce or anything goes bad. Alright, I'm going to stir the turkey again. Okay, so we're going to put in our tomato paste. How much? The whole can. Sometimes I like to use like a little scraper or spatula to get the tomato paste out. It's so messy. Alright, next is 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I actually have 2 14-ounce cans. Again, I love how easy this recipe is. So, true story, I wasn't supposed to put the meat in there yet, but I did, and that's okay. Life moves on. I'm gonna mix it all together. Supposed to mix together the tomatoes, tomato paste, and then put the meat in, but that's all good. And then we're gonna add 3 cups of beef broth. So a can of beef broth is about 2 cups, so you want about 1 1/2.
And this is our cat.
Ooh, don't put the cat by the food. Gross. Yes, that was like showing you our cat. It doesn't belong by the food. This is gonna be about 1 cup. And as you can see, my counter's getting messier and messier.
He my mom's cord.
But, yes, our cat eats cords. Does anybody else have a cat that chews up things? I thought that was more of a dog behavior, but our cat likes to chew things like the electrical cord to the phone, blanket, stuffed animals, everything. He eats it.
Not everything.
Beef butter, I'm gonna go garlic and basil. I want a cup of V8.
V8.
Okay, I'm gonna have to V8's outside in the garage. I'm venturing out. You entertain.
Mom, V8. It's time to drink V8. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes.
Nice. Oh, not that kind of V8. Oh yeah, so I've been telling you all this time about V8 Energy, which was like, this is actually like the old school classic V8. So if you've looked at my weekly menus and wonder why on earth does she want to put tomato juice in her shake, that's not what's going on. This is tomato, that's more fruit juice. Alright, then I need pepper, salt. I'm not going to put the onion in there this time because Blake doesn't like onions. He won't eat it.
Wait, what are we having for dinner?
Tonight we're going out for Dad's birthday. And then for garlic, I like to buy this already minced up garlic. Throw it in there. I'm running out of space. I'm gonna throw some basil in there. Like, turn that off.
Ever seen a new kid do a cartwheel? Does a cartwheel.
Like,
Maybe I should turn the music.
thank you. All right, and then some basil. A couple years ago for Christmas, I asked for all these spice containers. And yes, my spices are alphabetized. You can check out my post on organizing your pantry. I have alphabetized and labeled all my spices. We use basil a lot, so you can't see the words on it anymore, but I like having them all in clear jars so I can see kind of what's going on. Mix that together. A little pepper. And a little salt. All right, so now this is ready to go. So we're having this on Wednesday, so I'll leave it in the fridge until Wednesday night. On Wednesday morning, I will until Wednesday morning, I'll put it in the fridge, I'll put it in the crock pot, set it, and it will be ready to cook. I won't even have to worry about it during the week. Okay, so I think we've gotten everything. We'll get yogurt and almonds together. So I think that is all of the meal prepping I am going to do for now. So if you followed along, I've made a huge mess on my counter, but it's okay because I won't have to do it during the week. But we prepped the snacks, we prepped dinner and lunches, And we've got things ready to go for Wednesday night's meal as well. So it's nice just to be able to get all of that taken care of right now, and then not have to worry about it during the week, so that I won't reach for the easy to eat things that are usually not as healthy. I'll be able to reach and grab my healthy snacks and healthy food, and hopefully stay on my meal plan. And like Autumn says, not wreck it all in the kitchen, because that's probably my biggest thing, is I'm not good about staying on task with the eating. So I hope you enjoyed my meal prep. I hope you'll give it a try. You can check out the post and some of my recipes on the blog. Thanks.